These are the materials that we used in our video, which is the magic sand, regular sand, water, laboratory test tubes, beakers, test tube rack, and protective glasses. These are the instructions. Please pause to read them. Hello everyone, today we are going to do a fun experiment with magic sand as well as with regular sand. So basically magic sand versus regular sand. To differentiate between the two, we are going to evaluate the science concepts behind it, and we are going to test out if whether or not submerged in water can magic sand still be dry. Over here we have two laboratory test tubes as well as a test tube rack, which one of them is gonna go the regular sand and the other is gonna be the magic sand.
This is the normal sand. This is water. And this is the magic sand, and we're gonna demonstrate on how different each of them are.
How is magic sand produced? To produce magic sand, organizations start with the standard sand, silicon dioxide, and afterward add a thin layer of chemical called trimethylhydroxysilane. This covering makes the sand hydrophobic or water repellent, which in contrast with conventional beach sand that is hydrophilic or fond of water. What is magic sand and regular sand? Magic sand is hydrophobic, which means it repels water, whereas regular sand is hydrophilic and absorbs water. This property of magic sand is due to a coating of silicon dioxide nanoparticles on the surface of the sand grains. The nanoparticles form a thin layer around each grain of sand, which creates a barrier that prevents water molecules from coming into the contact with the sand grains. This property is also known as hydrophobicity. Magic sand is hydrophobic, whereas regular sand is hydrophilic. Here is the picture of the silicon dioxide nanoparticles up close. The hydrophobic substance used in the magic sand experiment is typically a type of silane. Silanes are molecules that have hydrophobic, which is repelling water, and the hydrophilic that attracts water. When these molecules are applied to the surface of sand particles, the hydrophobic tails orient themselves towards the sand while the hydrophilic heads the face outwards. This creates a water-repelling surface on the sand particles.
Okay, we're gonna fill it out. Like this, or like maybe a little is good. And then for the other one. Yeah, this should do.
So we have two same level of water, and then we're gonna add the normal sand in this one and the magic sand on this one. Okay, so I'll do the normal one and she can do the magic sand. So here's this. So
oh no.
the regular sand doesn't have any hydrophobic coating, which makes it immediately absorb water as a result of its hydrophilic nature. This is because the surface of regular sand has a negative charge, which attracts positively charged ions in water, such as sodium and calcium ions. As a result, regular sand can hold on to water molecules and become saturated once submerged in water. And it's mixing in. It's all the way down here. It's not getting up or anything. It's mixed.
Okay, now for the magic sand.
When water comes into contact with the hydrophobic surface of the magic sand, it forms droplets rather than spreading out and wetting the sand. This is because of the high surface tension of the water, which causes it to minimize its contact with the hydrophobic surface. Chemical bonds between the saline molecules on the surface of the sand are formed during the application of the hydrophobic substance to the sand particles. This bonding is typically accomplished by treating the sand with the solution containing the saline molecules, which is known as salinization.
Okay. For the magic sand, it's clear how it's not connecting with the water. There's some in the surface floating, and there's just chunks in here in the bottom. They're not mixed in like
The sand is the normal one.
Normal sand is. Ooh. Proven that it is dry.
One difference that can be seen is that the magic sand floats in the water, whereas the regular sand sinks immediately into the water. Since magic sand repels water, it becomes less dense than regular sand when it's submerged in water. This causes it to float on top of the water instead of sinking like regular sand.